Hello and welcome to the Channel One Newsroom on Channel One Television. I am Omar Rusanda Amadu. Coming up, healthcare professionals misusing Pethidine, prompting sector-wide concerns.
With the nurse, I believe with the work that they do, they get exposed to the effects of these medicines, because one of the side effects is euphoria. It gives you this good feeling or feeling like you are on top of the world, and so I believe that euphoria is what pushes them to want to try that.
Sunyani's Bola Down transformed from drug hub to rehab and recreation center.
She said, "The cost were young and Tamuhano, and Mrs. BBC Baha. A bit me on my free hammer, and so young water. Or be Baha Kora Rusuru. O Faka now by and Tamuha Korana. O Mubedruha. Niparasame Mabu.
National Democratic Congress NDC demands rerun of Ablekuma North polls amid credibility concerns.
This roadmap as of now is to go and do a rerun for the 62 polling station. Finito, that is a simple thing. We don't have it. MPP, you don't have the carbon copies. You are relying on Scampo.
Residents urge completion of Dabuya Agenda 111 hospital to boost healthcare access.
We only saw the contract on site when we were with 2 months into the 2024 general election that the contractor came.
Grateful that you join us for the Channel One Newsroom on Channel One Television. We begin with the health sector, and stakeholders are raising the alarm bells over a growing crisis. Healthcare professionals becoming addicted to Pethidine. Originally intended as a powerful painkiller, Pethidine is now reportedly being misused by some medical workers seeking its calming, euphoric effects, an alarming trend that has sparked concern across the profession. Channel One News' Manuel Ayama has been investigating this rising issue and brings us this report.
In the fast-paced environment of operating rooms, intensive care units, hospital wards and emergency departments, they work with grace and resolve, committed to preserving life. But beneath this noble duty lies a troubling and often hidden epidemic: substance misuse among healthcare workers.
So with the nurse, I believe with the work that they do, they get exposed to the effects of these medicines, because one of the side effects is euphoria. It gives you this good feeling or feeling like you are on top of the world, and so I believe that euphoria is what pushes them to want to try that medication.
The substance at the center of this crisis is Pethidine, an opioid painkiller sometimes abused by medical professionals for its intoxicating effects. Dr. Angela Hatchful, a doctor of pharmacy, has seen the issue unfold firsthand. Over the years, she has observed troubling patterns while overseeing medication distribution and usage.
They find ways and means of coming to the pharmacy to come and collect it. But it was after a couple of tries and tracking that we got to know that no, they are taking the medicines not for patients but for their own use. And once you could actually tell that the gentleman had just injected himself, you could see some blood on his trouser, and then he was behaving abnormally while still at the ward. With the other one too, you could tell that at some point he could not find the quantity of Pethidine that he had in stock was reduced without any tangible explanation to it. So with investigations and a little monitoring here and there, we got to know that he was the reason behind the stockouts of the Pethidine.
What's led us here? Is Pethidine too accessible?
Once you use it several times, you become addicted. And when it becomes part of you, it will get to a time, once the drug is given to you, it's not going to serve its purpose again. And so you have to need a higher dose. Some can write the prescription and then they go for it, go and buy it themselves. But in the facility, no, they can't have access to it because it's under lock and key.
Charles Kwache Osei, a certified addiction counselor at Kolebu Teaching Hospital, supports many addicted health workers weekly. He describes the growing problem as deeply concerning.
It's alarming I get in the point. It's something that is alarming, but it's just that we don't talk about it. When you come to the hospitals, I mean, this is the issue that, and what happens is that it destroys their finances, their money, their reputation. Some of them have to stop work.
Osei also confirms that the issue extends beyond the Greater Accra region, affecting professionals nationwide.
No, medical is in all the facilities.
So you get other people from other
facilities?
Yeah,
we have clients who come from maybe Komfanochi, maybe, I mean, like, where again? From other hospitals, like 37, like Rage, who come to assess treatment here. Yeah.
In Accra.
Yeah, in Accra. Yeah. So it's everywhere. In all the hospitals, not only one hospital. The addiction to opioids or Pethidine is in all the hospitals that you find in Ghana.
The Ghana Medical Association acknowledges the escalating trend and says steps are already underway to address the problem.
There have been quite a lot of cases that our colleagues in the facilities, be it as managers or as frontline workers, seeing other staff and other colleagues have reported to us regarding people abusing various medications. Pethidine, the opioids in general, Pethidine, morphine, and other medications that are commonly abused. And some also are into alcohol and other non-medications as you want to have it. And this is a serious cause for worry.
GMA General Secretary Dr. Richard Salome reviewed plans for a comprehensive study to quantify the scope of the issue and develop targeted interventions.
The mental health support team of the GMA is also conducting a series of research to quantify the problem and begin to look at the details of the problem. What are some of the specific causes? And then what are some of the issues that are driving people into this and where the challenges are, so that we can quantify the issues and then tailor the approaches.
There should be security when it comes to access to these medicines. So pharmacists should know well to keep these medicines under lock and key so that it's not easily accessible to these people who can or are standing a risk of abusing these medicines at the end of the day.
Pethidine abuse among health practitioners is a concerning issue. Now, easy access to the drug and highly stressful environment leads to dependency on it. Breaking the silence and offering support is crucial at this point. Reporting for Channel One News, I am Manuel Ayama.
Now, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST branch of the University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG, has praised President John Dramani Mahama for what it describes as a commendable performance during his first 120 days in office. However, the union has also voiced concern about the government's ineffective approach to tackling illegal mining, commonly known as galamsey. Similar concerns have been echoed by residents of Kumasi, who have acknowledged the president's efforts while urging stronger action against illegal mining. Channel One News' Ashanti Regional correspondent Doris Lonta has more.
President John Dramani Mahama, during his 2024 campaign, signed a social contract with Ghanaians, in which he pledged to abolish several taxes, including the e-levy, emissions levy, COVID-19 levy, among others. He also promised a range of interventions aimed at boosting the economy and providing financial relief to Ghanaians. These include the National Economic Dialogue, the National Education Dialogue, the No Fee Stress Initiative, and many others. As the 120 days in office have elapsed, the president of UTAG KNUST chapter, Professor Eric Ababari, has expressed satisfaction with the president's achievements in his first 120 days in office and expressed hope that his efforts will continue to improve livelihoods.
The administration started with some social contract. And if you pick the social contract, which I have a copy, I try to look through what they have done and try to make a check of the agreement, so to speak. At least we find almost about 21 of them being done or in some form made progress. Some executed completely, some at some percentage completion. And so if I put everything together as being done, then at least about 80% of what the social contract that he signed with the people of Ghana had been achieved. And so on the basis of that, if I should grade a student with this score, then I'll give him an A.
However, he expressed disappointment in the government's performance in the fight against illegal mining.
For the Galamsey, if I should rate the performance of the administration in Galamsey, perhaps I may not give them up to 10%. 10% I'll be magnanimous. The government has not done, he has done abysmally poor. We have Professor Frimpong Boateng's report, which contains all the information. So if the minister, Honorable Emmanuel Amakufibua, really want to fight as he claimed, then nothing prevents him to take that report and work with it. If I get a chance right now, I don't care, mobilizing my people to come after them.
Meanwhile, some residents of Kumasi have also commended the president and expect more in the fight against illegal mining.
I think so far, so good. I should confirm. Because he has experienced it before, this time he's careful and he's trying to do what Ghanaians want. If it continues like that, it's going to be very difficult for any other party to probably overthrow them or vote against them.
We are going on the right track. So your mama 120 days, so far so good, is very, very impressive. And we look forward that he's going to improve the corruption and the Galamsey fight that we are all facing, we all know.
President John Dramani Mahama's performance in his first 120 days has been commended by residents of Kumasi who have expressed hope that once he continues in the same pace, their livelihoods will be improved. Reporting for Channel One News, I'm Doris Lonta, Ashanti region.
Now, the long-simmering tension between the Tertiary Education Workers Union of Ghana, TEWGH, and the Teachers and Educational Workers Union under the Trades Union Congress, TEWTUC, has reached a boiling point, raising critical questions about union representation and legitimacy in Ghana's tertiary education sector. At the heart of the dispute is a disagreement over which union should represent non-teaching staff on the governing councils of public universities. TEWGH, which broke away from TEWTUC to operate independently, insists it has a majority membership and should therefore be the rightful representative. Our Northern Regional correspondent, Shawana Yusuf, has been looking into this issue.
TEWTUC, backed by the Trades Union Congress, argues that as the officially recognized union under the TUC umbrella, it retains the legitimate right to represent non-teaching staff on university councils. But tensions flared when the TUC General Secretary publicly threw his support behind TEWTUC, prompting a sharp response from the national chairman of TEWGH, Suleimana Abdul Rahman, who accused the TUC leadership of bias and undermining democratic union principles. In response to the impasse, the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC, issued a directive on May 6th, suspending all TEW representatives, regardless of affiliation, from participating in governing councils until the matter is resolved. Speaking to Channel One News, Suleimana Abdul Rahman, who also chairs the union at the University for Development Studies, UDS, emphasized that the principle of simple majority must guide the resolution. He questioned why a minority union should be allowed to represent the majority of members.
Secretary General is the leader of organized labor because he has the majority members. So when it comes to TEW Ghana, as we have the majority members, we must also be the leaders of these workers. He is the leader because he has the majority members, nothing else, nothing more. So the principle that made him the leader of organized labor when it comes to tripartite negotiations, that same principle is what we are basing on to say that we are the majority in the public universities, and we must be allowed to represent the members at the decision-making body.
Rahman welcomed GTEC's proposal for an independent audit of union membership across tertiary campuses to determine which union commands the majority.
What GTech and the Honorable Minister of Education has planned to do is to make sure that they do a verification of this public universities. And they have written to all vice chancellors to submit the membership list of TEU TUC and TEU GH for them to be able to determine who has the majority and who has the minority.
With a key stakeholder meeting scheduled for May 16, 2025, Rahman expressed hope that a fair and lasting solution will finally be achieved.
At the end of the day, justice will prevail. Why do I say so? Those that was, sworn into the University Council, with the disturbances and all those, and even with their disagreement, there have been a letter coming from GTech with consultations with the Ministry of Education, saying that all these public universities who were sworn in, or TEU members that were sworn in, they should be stayed until the matter is determined. So what it means is that all what has happened before, we are going to make sure that we sit to iron out those issues, and then we'll take a decision going forward together with GTech and the Ministry of Education.
The national chairman of TOGH is calling on the appropriate mediating institutions to follow due processes so far as the laid down labor rules are concerned in the selection of a representation on the governing council of various universities in the country. For Channel One News, my name is Shawana Yusuf, reporting from Tamale in the Northern Region.
And here in our studios in Tesano in Accra, I am Umaru Sandamadi. You're watching Channel One Newsroom on Channel One Television. We'll take a break now. When we come back, polls amid credibility concerns. More on that when we come back. Please stay with us.
Life is a celebration of moments. Big and small.
The sun is scorching, I'm feeling the heat.
With Piva Drink, every moment becomes a refreshing celebration. From the beach to your home, in every corner of your world. Piva Drink at a burst of refreshment.
Give me Piva cocktail and tangerine.
Celebrate every moment with Piva Drink. Refreshment for every occasion. Piva Drink, a taste you will love.
P for Piva.
This advert is FDA approved.
You're welcome back. Now, the National Democratic Congress, NDC, is stepping up pressure on the Electoral Commission, EC, to organize a rerun of the parliamentary elections in 62 polling stations within the Ablekuma North constituency. The party argues that the disputed results lack credibility and must be resolved through a transparent and legitimate process. This renewed demand follows a call by Inspector General Police Dr. Christian Tete Yohuno, urging the EC to swiftly present a clear roadmap for concluding the long-delayed collation of results. Emmanuel Opong of the Channel One Newsroom has more.
Months after the 2024 general elections, Ablekuma North remains the only constituency without a certain member of parliament due to unresolved dispute surrounding the parliamentary vote. Efforts to finalize the collation in January 2025 were disrupted after unauthenticated pink sheet surfaced and the collation center was overrun, raising serious security concerns. This followed the Electoral Commission's decision to annul its earlier declaration of the NDC's Irabna Orban as the winner, citing unaccounted results from 62 polling stations. By January 6, results from all but 7 polling stations had been retrieved, but talks between the EC, NDC, and MPP failed to break the deadlock. Speaking at a meeting between the Police Management Board and the National Election Security Task Force, IGP Dr. Yohonu emphasized that a clear electoral roadmap would enable better coordination between security forces and election officials.
I would urge the EC to provide National Election Security Task Force with a roadmap with respect to date and place for the finalization of the collation. On our part, the National Election Security Task Force will deploy personnel firmly yet with restraint. Our presence will be visible but not provocative. We will act swiftly but not recklessly. We will remain neutral, both in appearance and in action.
While residents have welcomed calls for a resolution, many feel the prolonged delay has denied the constituency its fair share of development.
Ever since the election ended till now, we don't know who our MP is, and it's really affecting the constituency because I think it's really decreasing the developmental projects in this constituency. But you can see for other constituencies that their MPs are doing a lot of projects.
Interesting campaign for better asina. Nia abano ekomano no omumfamano ne masumdwe emra ma impuntu nso enkoso enkonanim.
The NDC insists that the credibility of the electoral process is on the line and warns that any outcome short of a rerun risks eroding public trust.
Best roadmap as of now is to go and do a rerun for the 62 polling station. Finito, that is a simple thing. We don't have it. MPP, you don't have the carbon copies. You are relying on scan copies. Electoral Commission, who are supposed to have the original, we don't have. So why should it be a stalemate? Straightforward, we're going to conduct election in the 62 areas.
However, the new Patriotic Party parliamentary candidate, Nane Ikwie Efriye, in an earlier interview with Channel One News' Hansen Ajaman, maintained that she won the election fairly and sees no need for a rerun.
And all that we have to do with Britain, Parliament has done the same everywhere. And so we are waiting for it to be collated. Since January 7th till now, 5 months.
What have you been up to this year?
Oh, we are still fighting to be declared. I won the election with 440. It hasn't changed. And under no circumstance, we will leave this seat for them because we won.
Constituents, meanwhile, have expressed mixed reactions to the growing calls for a fresh poll.
For now, nobody is ready to accept defeat. Everybody declares herself as the winner. So, for us to get a fair election, the best thing we have to do is we have to revote. Because now, when you go around, you see them mounting banners declaring themselves as winners.
Abano di owini no mpanifoni nim de ewa wini. Umu nim pa. But a friend is saying politicians de ye ne do baby a ye yom do bi wa wini. But opeso ye no di bukafa obi a wini so. Ena de wini no so nunsu nim so wini. Ono so mprenso ma wose be dini sunkunim.
In the coming days or weeks, perhaps months, all eyes will be on the actions and inactions of the two major political parties within the Ablekuma North constituency to ensure lasting peace and a winner declared for the constituents. For Channel One News, I am Emmanuel Opong.
So I have two guests to engage now. In studio, I have Madi Jibril. He's Deputy Director of Elections of the National Democratic Congress. And also joining me via telephone, I have the Greater Accra Regional Secretary of the NPP, Daniel Parker Odalai. Let me start with Madi. You're welcome to Channel One Newsroom. You complained for 4 years that the people of SAL were not represented. You are in government now. You're going to superintend over another SAL in Ablekuma North. That's your plan, isn't it?
No. Let me say good evening to you, viewers. That's not our plan. In fact, it's the Electoral Commission who is not at least briefing or even informing the country about what is happening in Ablekuma North. The issues are simple. We run the election. Electoral Commission is the only person who runs elections. After the elections, they inform us that 116 police station pin sheet was damaged. Now, if Electoral Commission doesn't have a pin sheet, what will you use to collate results?
Have you already not collated results from Ablekuma North?
Oh, don't forget 2020, we collated results and went to court. We said there's a problem with the results. The Electoral Commission says she cannot speak on our results. Remember? So if she cannot speak on our results in 2020, why should she expect us to give us our result? We have our result, but our result is not the final result the Electoral Commission will use.
Does your result show that you have won?
And that is why we are holding on it.
So you believe that you won Ablekuma North?
We believe that we won the elections.
Mr. Parker joining me on phone. Mr. Parker, you're welcome to Channel One Newsroom. The standoff in Ablekuma North, what is the way out from your side?
Thank you very much. And first of all, let me say good evening to our listeners and my brother in the studio. It's unfortunate I was not called early to join him in the studio. The next time when I'm called earlier, I will do my best to join in the studio. Anyway, Ablekuma North. I feel we all need to speak the truth. And the truth is that Honorable Ikiri won the elections.
What?
I want to correct a point that did about the 2020. The 2020 election, the EC requested from the NDC of their pink sheet that they should bring it. They couldn't provide it. So we shouldn't come and sit in a studio to tell a different story. It was requested from them. They couldn't provide it. Going forward, Ablekuma North has 281 polling stations. At the end, 218 was collated, and the EC official there was forced to declare. The NPP went to court. That is not proper. By then, the EC has also issued a statement that it is illegal for an officer to be forced to declare an election. So what happened was that the court ordered that there should be another coalition, proper coalition. That proper coalition happened, and it was left with 63 polling stations that was to be collated. What happened was that the now appointed or nominated Municipal Chief Executive for Ablekuma North brought in tax.
Allegedly.
To attack the EC, alleged, brought in tax.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But we have the videos.
No
it's
problem.
all over.
It doesn't
the police
mean
even
much.
arrested him. The police even arrested him.
Has he been prosecuted and convicted?
To tear all benefits of the EC. If you know you've won elections, why do you go to a collation center to destroy materials and evidence? Why do you go in to destroy pink sheets when you know you've won the election? That's the question that everybody should have.
Mr. Parker, so let me be just sure. So you have 53 outstanding polling stations that have not been collated. Is that correct?
It is 63. That is not correct.
63.
The NDC is 63. It was 63.
No. I'm asking you. How many polling stations are outstanding?
The outstanding polling station is 5. It's only left with 5.
5 polling stations.
NDC, 5 polling stations.
We don't have pink sheets for. Hold on.
Yes.
Do we have pink sheets for those 5?
What happened was that?
No. Yes or no? Yes or no? I just want to have something so we can move on. Do we have?
As we speak,
yes.
The EC is having pink sheets on that.
So Electoral Commission has pink sheets for all.
The request of the EC is that they need police protection to declare the results.
So does the Electoral Commission have all pink sheets of all polling stations in Ablekuma North?
The Electoral Commission have collated all, left with 5, and they claim they have it now. They want to declare the winner of Ablekuma North.
How about you, NPP? Do you have all the pink sheets?
Well, we scan all of it. We have all of them.
So you have all the pink sheets for Ablekuma North?
We have all of them.
When you say you scan, it means you have soft copies and not the hard copy paper?
We have the pink sheets.
Did the fire that destroyed the electoral material destroy some of these pink sheets that you are hoping to rely on, or at least the ones the EC is hoping to rely on?
But who are those who went to do that?
It doesn't matter, but there was a fire, so there's a distraction. So I want to know whether you lost some of your pink sheets or the EC lost some of his pink sheets in that fire.
The EC lost some of their pink sheets. That's what they claim.
So that becomes a problem then. It means that there's nothing to rely on fundamentally, or?
No, that is why every political party is given a copy of the pink sheet. So that if there should be issue, we can compare. And this comparison has been done.
Okay, let me come to Majid. Are you willing to do a comparison between your pink sheets and the one from the MPP? No, you hold on. I want to talk to him in studio here. Would you be open to a forum where the two of you bring your pink sheets, then we determine who the winner is?
I told you that the Electoral Commission is not helping the situation. 25th December, when the EC had this challenge, they invited political parties for IPAC meeting on Ablekuma North and Domkwabina. And what they told us is that they don't have 62 polling station pink sheet for Ablekuma North. Then again to 3 polling station pink sheet for Domkwabina. So we should find a way out. At that meeting, we told them that we have 3 pink sheet scanned document from Domkwabina, which was used on the 7th December, but they rejected it. EC said they don't use scanned document to add to their collation because they don't have pink sheets. So in that meeting, they requested that if you can even provide even the scanned document again. It was that meeting that MPP said that they also don't have Ablekuma North, but they have scanned document of 62 polling stations of Ablekuma North. But EC said they don't have any pink sheet. So we asked, if you have hard copy of the scanned document, if you could provide it, maybe you can help us to at least assess it so that we understand whether we can use it or not. Whilst we are on it, when we provided Domkwabina's scan and hard copy, MPP realized that they don't have the hard copy. Now they went to court. That's for 26 December. They went to court to file for magnanimous so that they will provide to compel Electoral Commission to go and collect the results. So now EC now went to collect the result based on only scanned document of electoral MPP. When they did all these things, because we warned them that we will not join the exercise. When they did all these issues that they were doing, they had a challenge of 3 polling stations, not 5, 3. Then now Electoral Commission realized that they couldn't solve the problem. They now came back. In fact, after we did 25th, they didn't invite us again. So they went straight to collect the results. So when they had a challenge, now they now invite the party again that we should come and sit around the table to discuss the issue, how to resolve the issues. It was there that we asked them that we were having a meeting with you. So why did you now rush to go and do the collation? Now you are coming back to us. But now let's even now understand what you did at the place. You used a scanned document. How did you compare the scanned document to satisfy that it's the right document? What the EC told us is that after 3 months of elections, now their presiding officers have a scanned document of the election day that were damaged. So now they call the presiding officer to look at the scanned document and compare. So I asked them, on the day of elections, if your presiding officers have directed to have a scanned document, why couldn't you use the scanned document on the day of elections to collect the results? Because after 2 months, anybody who brings a scanned document, it's a fictitious document.
So your view is that even if there's a scanned document out there, it is not genuine?
No, in fact, if you take a report, we wrote to them. When we met them on the 13th, we gave them reasons that we don't even believe in the scanned document.
When was the last time you had any meeting on Ablekuma North between yourselves as a party and the Electoral Commission?
We met them on the 13th.
Of which month?
Of March.
Okay.
When we met them on the 30th, we all discussed this, but we told them we don't believe in the document that they use. But if they can respond and they give us why we should even accept that they use a scanned document. From 13th, on the 18th of April, we wrote to EC again to remind them of the issue. They didn't respond. On the 30th of April, we wrote to them again. They didn't respond. It's until when we heard that they went to tell the police that they are ready to go and collect the results. So now we also wrote to the police that we want to also meet the police to explain to the police, because the EC, especially Bosma and Tete, are misinforming the IGP.
So you're saying that the EC's claim that they are ready to go and deal with Ablekuma North is wrong?
No, what are they going to use to collect the results? They don't have pink sheets.
So you don't want collation to happen?
You see, Moro, if you allow political parties' scanned document to be used to collate results, we will never have elections, proper elections in this country. Because what will happen, when I'm going for elections in the future, what I will do is to create the problem to destroy other people's pink sheets and then provide the scanned documents for you to use it to collect the result.
Okay. So for you, there should be a rerun?
Because there's a precedent. When we did elections in 2008, in Nakwetia, 6 polling stations, we didn't have pink sheets. That's because we didn't have a pink sheet because there was destruction of materials.
So that's to do a rerun?
So we had 6 polling stations to rerun.
Okay.
Now,
so do you want the rerun to happen in the whole constituency or just...
No. That's what we say they are president.
No, I want to know.
Only the police say that you still don't have the pink sheets. In fact, we even told them that we heard that they said they even use some NDC scan documents. Say, practical electoral issues. We will not allow anything that tomorrow we cannot rely on it.
No, I just want this quick answer. In Ablekuma North, do you want a rerun in only...
Wherever UC doesn't have a pink sheet, we will rerun in that.
But not the whole constituency?
No, it can't be so.
Parker, can you hear me? If you can, is that a solution that you would agree with, that if the EC has no hard copy pink sheet for certain polling stations, there should be a rerun?
Well, I don't know if my brother now works with the EC, because the EC have their own way of collating results. We've all been at collation centers before. We compare results. In this case, as I speak, I know that we've compared results and left with only 3 polling stations, as we mentioned. Only 3. It hasn't been a case that the NDC was out. There were instances where even the NDC brought photocopies, which are not even clear, compared to ours, and it was agreed by the EC. So I'm surprised he is saying a different story.
So at some point, the EC accepted their scanned documents?
Exactly the case.
So you're saying there
was a comparison.
So you're saying that should continue?
We should have pink sheet. That is how it is done all the time.
Okay, but do you...
That is how it is done all the time.
So it means that you don't agree that there should be a rerun?
We don't agree for a rerun. Honorable Nana Ekwe won the election with a difference of 349 votes. 349 votes. I don't know why the NDC is doing this, because with the way they are behaving, means in future, when I'm running for a parliamentary election, I will target same and behave same, the destroy pink sheet of the EC. This is not fair. We know people who destroyed the pink sheet. Why is he not talking about it? What was their reason? If genuinely you won an election, why do you go to the collation center to burn the place? These are simple questions that need to be asked.
So now that the EC has said it's going to do the collation, it's asking the police, you're going to be part of that recollation?
We are in total support of the EC.
Okay.
The police is what we are waiting for. The EC said they are ready to give the results of Ablekuma North. We are now waiting for the police. When the police give them the support, I think the EC should declare whether it is Nana Ekwe that won or Iriabra.
But after rerun, you are not buying that?
I'm not buying to that.
Very well. Thank you for speaking to us. That's Daniel Parker Odala. He's the Greater Accra Regional Secretary of the NPP. It sounds like a very simple thing. You went into the polls, you have your documents, the proof is there. The NPP says they won, and they even have the specific number by which they won by. If you did not win, like they are very confident that they won, then it means you're just engaging in...
If we want to use political party to say, I've won elections, and that will be the solution, I said we will not have elections. Dr. Kwabinya had only 3 polling station challenge. Election was declared on the 7th December with a scanned document of NDC on that day. Electoral Commission declared that that area, that polling station, because they don't have a pink sheet, that 3 polling stations should be null and void. In fact, the EC declared 1 polling station rerun in Dominican these elections because they don't have a pink sheet. So what is preventing them now when you don't have a same pink sheet and another polling station?
He said at a point you even presented photocopies and it was
I'm
accepted.
saying that if people, that's what we are saying as a party. When the EC invited FEC as the headquarters, now the national office, we are saying that what they did there is illegality. Whether the NDC or anybody is illegality. For you to allow one political party to give you a photocopy to collect results. Because
it's not going your way now.
No. Let me ask you. I'll ask the Electoral Commission. How come that a constituency, 2 political parties contest elections, all of them don't have the same polling station pin sheet at the same time?
Very well. Thank you.
So we are ready to, if we were going to meet the police on Monday, we explained to the police issues that Electoral Commission, up to date, we are waiting for the response from the Electoral Commission. They are not even responding to us.
Okay.
Because they know that what they are doing is illegality.
Very well. Thank you so much for joining us. That's Majid Jibril, his Deputy Communications Director of the National Democratic Congress. This is Channel One Newsroom on Channel One Television. Now, the passport head office at Region Accra has been temporarily closed down following a chaotic scene on Friday night when a group of angry youth allegedly stormed the premises demanding immediate access to their passports ahead of the Hajj pilgrimage. Officials were forced to flee and services remained suspended. Some applicants were turned away by security. Fred Duho has more in the following report.
On a Friday evening around 8 p.m., a number of Zongo youth allegedly stormed this particular office and attacked the staff, including the director of passports. Most of them had to flee for their life, including the consultant who is responding to any technical challenges at the head office. We've come to see what really is the case on the ground. Indeed, the place is closed to the public. We met one woman by name Fati Musa who came basically to get her passport and has since been turned away by the security man in plain clothes at the gate.
What are you at the passport office to do?
I come to collect my passport.
Have you applied already?
Yes.
But today is weekend.
They didn't tell me like that. They said because of Hajj, they will come today. The person will help me. He tell me today is weekend, but because of the Hajj people, they will come today. So.
And what did they tell you when you got in? What information did you get?
Right now I came, I didn't see anybody. So unless Monday.
Wouldn't that affect your Hajj pilgrimage? When are you supposed to go before?
Maybe they say Monday, but not the whole people will go on Monday. Some people will go on Monday, some people will go on Wednesday, so it starts with that. So
until you get your passport before you can also go. Does this bother you in any way?
So how I will do? It worry me, but how for do? I will manage it like that. Till the Monday where I came, because I know.
We are told this incident happened literally because the Zongo youth who were expecting to receive their passports on time to prepare for Hajj have not been able to get that on time, and so they took the law into their own hands to demand that their passports be released to them. It is unclear when the passport head office will be opened to the public for them to access service, but hopefully by Monday we would come here to ascertain if indeed services have been restored to the general public. Officials are yet to make any comment on what happened here at the passport head office on Friday evening. For Channel One News, I am Fred Duho reporting from the passport head office.
You're watching Channel One Newsroom on Channel One Television. We take a break now. When we come back, Sunyani's Baller Down transformed from drug hub to rehab and recreation center. More on that when we come back. Please stay with us.
So much love in the air. What are we looking at?
Thank you guys for joining us for this unforgettable night.
Paw Patrol is on a roll.
It's Max Verstappen in the lead. The megastar is here. Absolutely sensational.
Let's go!
Just taking a trip down memory lane.
Get unbelievable entertainment that is unbelievably easy to own. Get and stay connected to DSTV.
Every day, people have money emergencies. Ma, I need my school fees emergency. Mommy, chop money emergency. Emergency. Catch it. I'm your rent emergency. Now, there's a new emergency number in town.
More money, challenge and enjoyment. At the top life we got.
Dial star 770 hash for all your money emergencies and chop life.
Dial star 770 hash for money emergencies and get easy and quick access to your money, loans, and other banking needs. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
You're welcome back to the Channel One Newsroom. Now, in an effort to tackle drug peddling and substance abuse in the Sunyani municipality of the Bono region, authorities have initiated a major intervention. Bola Down, a notorious area within the Sunyani Zongo long associated with such illegal activities, has been handed over to the Global Media Foundation, an NGO for redevelopment into a recreational and rehabilitation center. Drug-related issues in this part of Sunyani have been a persistent challenge for local authorities for many years. It's a report on that particular situation.
Bola Down, situated in Sunyani Zongo, in the Sunyani East municipality of the Bono region, has long been a hotspot for drug peddling and substance abuse. Despite several security raids over the years aimed at halting these activities, little progress has been made. Approximately 2 months ago, tensions escalated when a clash broke out between some Zongo youth and alleged drug peddlers. Intervention from community leaders was crucial in preventing potential casualties. To address the situation more sustainably, the Sunyani Municipal Assembly has officially transferred ownership of the Bola Down land to the Global Media Foundation and its partners. The area is set to be developed into a recreational and rehabilitation center. Municipal Chief Executive for Sunyani East, Vincent Ntueje, confirmed the initiative.
The Assembly has offered this land to the developers at no cost in order to help promote youth development, which is in line with the Assembly's quest to develop the area and to do away with social vices that have stigmatized the entire Zongo community. On behalf of the Sunyani Municipal Assembly, I send our heartfelt appreciation to the entire RCA consortium, that is the Global Media Foundation, Citizens Watch Ghana, and the Indigenous Women Empowerment Network for their collaborative spirit and consistency. To the Zongo community, thank you for your support and ownership of this transformational agenda.
Chief Executive Officer of the Global Media Foundation, Raphael Golabaheni Jr., has also spoken about the vision and goals of the project.
As you're already aware, Global Media Foundation and its partners, Indigenous Women Empowerment Network and Citizens Watch, is implementing a 3-year project known as Resilient City for Adolescent Project. And the purpose of the project is to empower adolescents within the Sunyani city politically, economically, and socially, so that they'll be able to demand for their right, create their own job, and also take active part in decision making. So under the project, we have 4 pillars. So one of the pillars is to establish adolescent public park. The purpose of establishing the adolescent public park is to give a safe space for adolescents within the Sunyani city. so that they will be able to meet, socialize themselves, and also have opportunity to learn certain things, and also have access to psychologists, counselors to counsel them on issues that is bothering them.
The assembly member for the Zongo electoral area, Abdul Ilkad Isa, shared his thoughts on the expected impact of the development.
This place used to be a refuse dumping site, which I can say is over 80 years. So these people who deal in drugs took advantage of the place, and they've been spoiling the youth. And you come here, all kinds of illegal activities goes on here. We have those who sell the drug, those who come to consume, and those who go out to steal in the night and bring it back here to sell. So all these activities, the entire Zongo is saying that this is tarnishing the image of the community, and we want to say no to drug activities in Zongo.
Residents of Sunyani Zongo have also expressed their views on the new initiative.
We thank God if this project is coming on board. In fact, I am more than happy, and then I hope every parent who live around this area in this country will also be happy.
She said, "The cost were young and Tamuhano, MSS, BBC Baha, a bet me on my free hammer, and so see a water. O be Baha Koran was through. O Faka now by and Tamuha Korana, O Mubedruha, Niparasame Mabium, O Suro, and tis a BBC Baha, ever my society Hanum, young water, and near Manso so water.
Project Barmania, Papa say, Timonfona one, Benyon for Swift. Yen you know, Mudo really cocaine drugs no a mo so mo ni adwuma ye no no gidi onya mu say after project we no bibia be kama.
The leadership at the Sunyani Zongo believe that in the development of this site into a recreational and rehabilitation center will go a long way to reduce drug peddling activities within the community. From Sunyani Zongo, Michael Saponinfum, Channel 1 News.
Now, President John Dramani Mahama's nominee for the Asokore-Mampong Municipal Assembly, Ben Abdallah Al-Hassan, has been overwhelmingly endorsed by the assembly members. Out of the 18 assembly members and government appointees who participated in the confirmation process, 17 voted in favor of Mr. Al-Hassan, with only one person dissenting. Channel 1 News' Middle Belt Bureau Chief, Hafiz Tijani, was there for us.
The confirmation followed an emergency meeting of the assembly members, which also featured a heated election to select a presiding member.
I, Mohammed El Ijara,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of Almighty God swear.
That I will at all times.
That I will at all times.
Well and truly serve the Republic of Ghana.
Well and truly serve the Republic of Ghana.
In the office of presiding member of Asokore-Mampong Municipal Assembly.
In the office of presiding member of the Asokore-Mampong Municipal Assembly.
Mr. Al-Hassan's nomination sparked internal disagreements within the National Democratic Congress in the Aswansi constituency. While some party members opposed his appointment, others fully supported it. Despite the controversy, the assembly members gave their official endorsement on Saturday. Ben Abdallah Al-Hassan has previously served as the NDC's Director of Research and Elections in the Aswansi constituency. The Member of Parliament for Aswansi, Alhaji Muntaka Mubarak, urged the newly confirmed Municipal Chief Executive to collaborate effectively with Assembly members to drive development in the area.
We have scored about over 90%. Tells you that all the Assemblymen present have your backing. You can be sure that they support you. But like I said, you need to open your eyes widely and be careful about what you do and how you do it. I can assure you, as your Member of Parliament, I will support not only the MC to discharge his mandate, but I'll do whatever that I can in the small way that I can to make sure that at least we are able to support almost all the electoral areas to see massive change within a very short period of time.
In response, Mr. Al-Hassan expressed his commitment to the role and pledged to prioritize developmental initiatives across the municipality.
To His Excellency the President of the Republic, I'm enormously thankful to you for this
extraordinary show of confidence in my capacity and capabilities. To our opinion leaders, traditional leaders, our clergy, general members of the municipality, I can't appreciate you enough. Thank you so very much, and it is my wish and pledge that my tenure will foster the needed collaborations that will inure to the progress and eventual transformation of our municipality.
Mr. Al-Hassan's confirmation presents him with the challenge of addressing key issues in the municipality, including poor sanitation, inadequate infrastructure, and widespread indiscipline.
The newly sworn-in MC for the Asokore-Mampong municipality is seeking support from assembly members to help bring the needed development to the area. Hafiz Tijani, Channel One News, Asokore-Mampong, Ashanti region.
Now, residents of Daboya in the North Gonja district of the Savannah region are appealing to government to complete the Agenda 111 hospital in Daboya. The Agenda 111 hospital project located at Daboya was started by the previous administration, targeted to improve quality healthcare delivery across districts that did not have a district hospital. Channel One News' correspondent Malik Ghazari has the details.
President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo cut short for the construction of Agenda 111 hospitals across the various districts of the country in August 2021. Channel One News visiting the site revealed that there was abandoned structure meant for keeping and storing building materials, and equipment almost collapsed. Grass has grown all over the abandoned hospital, now hosting reptiles. Upon arrival at the abandoned hospital, there was no one to be referred to as a security guard at post. Speaking to Channel One News, a resident, Mahama Asafo Musa, said the Agenda 111 project site in Daboya has halted. He added that the contractor left the site and returned a few months to the general election and abandoned the site after the elections.
There should be a security man here, at least to protect the few properties that they have here. But we have all gone around the whole facility. We have not even seen an ant, not to talk of a human being. We only saw the contract on site when we were left with 2 months into the 2024 general election that the contractor came with the intention that they were going to finish it just to deceive the constituents again for us to vote for NPP. But unfortunately, they voted against them and the party even lost power. So since after election, the contractor vacated site for the past 4 months now, as I speak. The contractor is not on site.
The North Gonja District Chief Executive Abdullahi Nashiru stated that he would work closely with the central government to urgently complete the project to serve the people of North Gonja District and its environs.
We need to make a familiarization tour, try to abreast ourselves with the situation, find out the reason why work has stalled. Then we can then find a way of liaising with the central government to find a way of continuing the work. The residents here are actually suffering. Healthcare is a serious challenge. When a situation or a serious situation arises here, they can only go to Tolong, Tamale, and sometimes far away to the southern sector. So it's a big challenge, and completing this facility will enhance health delivery in the district.
Well, that's it for Channel One Newsroom on Channel One Television. Visit our website, channel1news.com, for information on our top stories and more. Subscribe to Channel One TV on YouTube for more exclusive video contents from Channel One Television. I am Umaru Sandamadu. Thank you so much for watching us.